Good morning, folks.
Place to put that.
It's the 3rd of January 2015 today. We're back down the allotment because we want to put some leaf mould on the beds. It's raining at the moment, but we're pretty keen at the moment, but I don't know how keen we'll be after about a couple of barrow loads. What do you think, Mike? This is rain.
Yeah, raring to go.
We're raring to go.
Work so fast, we cause so much friction, we will burn the wetness off of us.
Yeah, we'll be fine. The camera might not be fine.
Nearly tumbled over then when we fell into the pond.
Look how deep the pond is. And the rain, you can see how bad it is. So I'll get back to you in a bit. It's very, very wet.
Torrential weather conditions.
What I've done is I've put a polythene bag over the camera, but the lens is sticking out. So you'll probably get drops of rain, and I'll have to stop every so often to flick it off.
Right out of the hole.
Yeah, there we are. It's just been spreading some leaf mould, and now we're going to put the cover back on it and let it drop down in the 3 months or so that it's got to rot down, and then we'll dig it all in. Okay. Sorry about this, but it's very wet. And just look at the rhubarb, folks. Oh well. Very dank, wet day. Michael working away up there. This is the state of the plot. Never mind. Spring comes and we'll soon sort it all out. Good morning, YouTubers. It's the 6th of January 2016 today. I'm down in the polytunnel, and I've brought all these winter sowings in to let you see exactly what I've been up to. But before I continue, I just want to thank everybody that left a message on my last video when I had to have my beloved pet Neo put to sleep. He had cancer and it was inoperable, and so there's nothing else that could be done for him. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. We all are very appreciative of your comments, words of kindness, and they really have comforted me greatly. So I want to thank you all for that. Anyway, moving on. I've brought all these in, like I say, just to show you what I've been up to. Now, this being the first time that I've tried this, of course you're going to make mistakes. I planted some of them too early, and of course they started to sprout. The weather's been a bit funny. It's been very warm of late. I planted them up on the 9th of December and it just wasn't cold enough. And so I think it's cold enough now, so I've been potting a lot up now. Most of the things that I did pot were all hardy, so I know that they'll be fine. Some of them, I mean, I won't be able to use. Like I put in turnips and swede and cabbage, and they won't be any good because they've all sprouted, so they won't be any good. But I didn't use all the seeds, so that's a good thing. Now I can plant some more. It's no problem. And I'll tell you the type of things I've planted, and this is only going to be like probably a quarter of what I will plant. The things I've planted are kale, green and red kale. I've planted some hardy annuals, and I've planted some hardy perennials as well. I've planted spinach, but I still have some New Zealand spinach to plant. I've planted, let me see now, this morning. I can't even remember what I planted. If I get to the back, I'll see what it was. Oh yes, I planted some basil, and I planted some sage, and I planted some parsley, and a few more herbs, and yeah, so I mean, the things that are coming up are really hardy stuff, so I think they'll survive. For example, these are Russell lupins, and they're tiny, but I think they'll be okay. I think they'll survive. They've got plenty of room to grow in there, and I mean, if they're growing, they must be warm enough. So they're gonna be okay. They're quite hardy. Those are. And these ones in here, these are cornflowers, and they're very hardy, and I think they'll be fine in there. When you think, I planted them on the 9th of December, so they've been in there a month, then they're that height. And they've got all this growing room to do, you know, so they should be fine. I'll probably transplant them before then, you know, just to give them a bit of a boost. But they should be fine as well. And things like, oh, these are poppies. These are giant poppies, those ones in there. And they're quite hardy, so they should be fine. What else? As I say, the spinach, that's spinach in there. The only one I'm worried about is the sunflowers, because they've got really big. Look at them. They're almost to the top. So I'm going to transplant them, and they'll be alright. They're quite hardy. I've got celery in there, but it hasn't come through, so that's a good thing. And calendulas and quite a variety of stuff, but I didn't use all the seeds. That was the thing, I didn't use all the seeds. So if for any reason any of these fail, I've still got the seeds, so I can plant, you know, like at a normal time, say March time, you know. And I'll take you upstairs and I'll give you a quick update of the tomatoes and the peppers. So just bear with me. Well now folks, these are my onions. I sowed 50 in this tray here, and on counting them, I think probably most of them have germinated. And 50 in that one there, and this one's Red Baron, and the one over there is one called, I can't even remember the name of it. Let me just get the ticket. Armstrong F1. Can't even read my own writing. Now, as you can see here, the tomatoes have got really big. They're right to the top of this box here, which was how big I anticipated them to be at this time. I mean, I sowed them on the 1st, I think it was the 1st of December I sowed them. So they are a month and say a week old. They've just been growing enormous under the lights. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select the ones that I want to keep, and I'm going to convert. I have a big cupboard under the stairs, and I'm going to convert that into a light, into, you know, I'm going to put foil on the walls and convert it into a growing area with lights and and all of that to accommodate these tomatoes, because I want to get them really sturdy and look after them, repot them up. I mean, they're okay in the pots as they are now, but as you can see, some of them have actually touched the lights and they've gotten burnt a little there. So I need to do that today, but my son's going to do that for me, and so we'll get that done and repot them up. And if I can get it done today, then I will tag it on to the end of this this episode, but if not, I'll show you it in the next episode. And now you want to see my peppers, and they are doing exceptionally well, as you can see. Now, that one at the back, the big one at the back, is a habanero, and I'm just going to let it flower and produce fruit, because it was one that I overwintered. It's got loads and loads of flowers on it, and I'm told that when you're growing them indoors, obviously there's no insects to pollinate them, so you just shake them. You shake the stem. And the other thing I wanted to show you about this one is it's actually got a flower out on it, and this is these ones are, I planted them on the 30th of November. So what's that? Say 5 or 6 weeks old. Yeah, November, December. Yeah, 5 weeks old. And I'm just going to let them flower. I mean, I have topped them, and they're only a patio one. It's called Patio Sizzle, so it's only going to be a small pepper. So I'm just going to let them produce their fruit. I did cut off quite a bit of fruit because I wanted them to grow bigger, but then when I read the label and discovered that they were just small patio things, I thought, oh, what the heck, just let them, let them be. Anyway, the other thing that I was going to say was, being that they have actually flowered, tells me that the lights are the right ones and that the spectrum is good, and so I'm just going to leave them, because if the lights weren't right, they wouldn't flower. That one's a bit close to the light there. I'll move it a bit. Yeah, as I say, if they weren't the right lights, they wouldn't have flowered. They would have grown plenty of leaves, but they wouldn't flower. So that proves the theory that the lights are right. So I'm really very pleased with the peppers this year. I mean, they're much, much better. 10 times better than the peppers I had last year. But of course I didn't grow them under lights. They were in the polytunnel, but they didn't do well at all. In actual fact, the peppers that we grew in the allotment were much, much better. So I don't know, we got more peppers off of the ones in the allotment, surprisingly so. Anyway, I'll leave it at that, and if I can manage to get it all done today, which I really doubt we will, but if I can, then I will film it and tag it on to the end of this one. Okay, so bye for now, folks. Bye bye. Now there we are, folks. I did change the location of the cupboard I was putting them in. I was going to put them in the cupboard downstairs, which is a huge walk-in cupboard. But I realised that we've got this cupboard upstairs that we don't use. so it's better if I, you know, put it in here. And as you can see, it's got plenty of room to, they've got plenty of room to grow. The ceiling's right up there. If need be, I can shift this further up, but as it's very bright in here, and I think they'll do well in here. As you can see, I've had them in here for about half an hour, and the temperature is a steady, if I can get it, 25 degrees Celsius, which is ideal for these plants, and they're going to be quite happy in here. And as I say, I've got quite a few tomatoes in here, but obviously when I put them into bigger pots, I won't get so many in here, but I'll only keep the ones that I want to keep. I mean, I've still got loads on the windowsill, but they seem to be doing okay. They're not bad. They're not growing as fast, but there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with them. They're quite green, and they're not too leggy. So, and I've got my onions in here, of course, my onions. Anyway, that's all for today, folks. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll take care now. Bye bye.